wants to watch an individual court, they can do that too. The USTA National Camp. You can do both.
VCU, we have the clear. I'm just going to be here with her. Okay. All right. Should I? Okay. We need some more Dayton fans around me. So we need Dayton fans. Dayton fans, come here.
We a family.
Dayton fans.
Come on, we a family.
Lori is behind me.
We a family.
Dayton fans.
Oh,
come
yeah,
around
family.
me. Come sit. We're going to be on. Right there, Mama. Mama Dayton. And who's this young lady? I'm Jordan.
On behalf of the Atlantic 10 Conference,
14 schools from Massachusetts to Missouri, Dayton to DC.
welcome to the USTA National Campus.
The Atlantic 10 Conference Men's Tennis Championships. We began with 12 teams, but after 3 days of intense competition, VCU plays Dayton in the finals. Welcome to Championship Sunday. Good morning and thank you for joining us at the home of American tennis. As you can see, the sky is blue, the courts at the Clinches Center, of course they're US Open blue. But us, we're anything but blue. As we are happy to be here, happy you have joined us for our live coverage of the Atlantic 10 Men's Tennis Championships. I'm Brian Ormiston alongside Scott Tribely. Jordan Beatty is our third member of our team and she is roaming the Collegiate Center courts. Today we have a great matchup in store for you for the men's final, VCU Rams and the Dayton Flyers. Scott, we watched the semifinals yesterday and there was some great competition yesterday.
Highly contested doubles points on both sides for VCU and Dayton. Dayton had an epic match with Davidson, came down to the #1 singles match. It's going to be really interesting to see how both teams recover today.
This will be the first A10 finals for Dayton since 2005, and they're searching for their first NCAA tournament berth. We caught up with Coach Meyer before today's match.
Well, I think it's going to be really important we come out and play aggressive in doubles. The doubles point yesterday in the semis really came out and helped us win the match. So, I mean, it's going to take us starting quick and maintaining throughout the entire match. And if we keep our energy up, I think we're going to be all right.
Do you feel like you're playing your best tennis right now?
Definitely. I think, we've spent a lot of time this year working in different aspects of players' games and the physicality aspect of it. And I think we're ready. I think if not now, when.
Conversely, for the VCU Rams, they have made 19 NCAA tournament appearances, including winning 2 since joining the A10 in 2012 and 13. So we also caught up with Coach Paul Costin before today's match to get his thoughts.
First of all, it's going to be a tough one. We played Dayton. I think our second match was third match of the season, and went all the way to the wire, 4-3 at that place. And they are playing real good. And the key is going to be last time we played them, we lost the doubles point and had to struggle to win 4 singles. I think tomorrow we probably need to win the doubles point and try to survive with 3 singles. So. It's going to be a tough match. I know the coach is a good coach and the players are fighters. There are about 3 or 4 seniors there, so it's going to be tough.
Coach Costin has a lot on his plate. It's not just the men's final, but the women's final that he is the head coach of as well, that he's going to be looking ahead to later today. So we're going to go down to our third member of our broadcast crew, Jordan Beatty. Jordan Beatty, take it away.
Hi, I am here with these incredible Dayton fans, and with me I have Zach Berry's mom. How excited are you to be here? He is a senior. Tell me about how that feels.
I'm going to cry right now. I'm so excited. They've been working hard for 4 years. They started, I think, the 7 seed, and then we made it to the 3 seeds, and we knew this year that we could make it. Yes, and there we are. We're here. Wow. So.
That is fantastic. Well, good luck to Dayton, and back to you, Brian and Scott. Thank you.
Some excited fans here in Orlando, Florida at the USTA National Campus. Now it's time to give it away for our team huddles. One of the best moments of college tennis is when those teams get ready for today's match. Huddles are ready to go. These two teams are ready to go. The team huddle, Scott, you've been around a lot of them. I mean, they make a big deal. They really get you pumped up. These coaches have one last thing to say because it's really, this is it. The one team's moving on, one team goes home for after today's match because the NCAA tournament berth is on the line. But it's awesome to see team huddles like that before college tennis matches.
A lot of preparation goes into these matches. We watched Dayton in the Net Post Cafe this morning. The preparation they went through every line, every doubles match, every singles match. I don't know if we had to rate those huddles. I mean, what would your rating be? I maybe give the edge to Dayton and the team huddle. But while the team huddle can give you some momentum, I don't know if that wins the match for you.
Well, so as far as how these teams got here, VCU is the 1 seed. They defeated St. Joseph's in the quarters as they got the first round bye. St. Joe's was the 9 seed. Richmond was a 5 seed in the semifinals, and VCU won that rivalry match yesterday 4-1 to get to the finals. As far as Dayton, they are the 3 seed. They had a first round bye as well, defeated Duquesne in the quarters on Friday, and then they topped Davidson in a epic battle yesterday in the semifinals 4-3. It was a very hot match. I'm sure we'll get into that in a little bit. So the first thing is we're going to look at the number 1 doubles match as they get settled in on the court. And to talk about doubles here in college tennis, for those of you who are maybe not familiar with the rules of college tennis, we start out with 3 doubles matches, so that's what you're going to see here. And we're going to feature the number 1 match coming up. The 3 doubles matches all result in 1 team point. So what that means, Scott, is that you play 3 doubles matches and you're supposed to win 2 of those. So
right.
What do you play? Do you play, let's get into the specifics of how you play a 6-game set kind of thing.
So you play a 6-game set. There's no warm-up, and it goes pretty fast. It used to be an 8-game set. It's been reduced down to a 6-game set. There's no warm-up, so they flip the coin and they go out and play, whereas in pro or junior tennis, they'll warm up for another 5 minutes, and I love that, like, let's go. I like the fast pace to it. We get to pressure pretty quickly. No ad scoring.
Correct. And yeah, these teams have already been out here warming up for 45 minutes, about an hour, so they're ready to go. The sweat's pouring down here in Orlando, sunny day here at the Collegiate Center. So the first court here, we're coming up here as they get ready to flip the coin. For VCU, their number 1 team, and the lineups did not change from the semifinals, I should mention that. For VCU, their tandem is Javier Amontegui, and he teams up with Vitor Lima. So a Spaniard and a Brazilian teaming up for the Rams. As far as Dayton goes, they will have Karsten Fisher, who's a native of South Carolina, and he teams up with Zach Berry from Ohio. So not too far away from his campus is Zach Berry.
Yeah, you've got this number 1. You've got, if you look at the 2 rosters and the lineups, you've got a very American lineup with the Dayton Flyers. You have a very international lineup with VCU. You know, Coach Paul Kosten himself is from Sweden, and he was probably one of the first coaches 37 years ago to start the international influx. And we're on our way here. Court number 2 has gotten started, and we're going to see here these guys. VCU is going to start serving here in our near court. And gosh, what I saw yesterday was just a lot of excitement from the fans.
A lot,
and
yes.
As you know, in a championship, you're going to see some real fire. So if we're beginning court 3.
So we're actually going to go over to doubles court 2. Actually, now we're going to start over there since they got underway first. So this is doubles number 2. This is doubles number 2 on court 4 is what we're watching right now. And to set this up, we have VCU Arvid Noren and Inigo Torrey Martin is for VCU. Dayton is led by Jordan Benjamin and Theo Jenner.
So let's talk a little bit about this doubles point, because we had 3 on the baseline there, and you know, obviously what you're trying to do in doubles is get to the net.
Correct, and Benjamin was the only one to stay at the net. He had good hands there, got that backhand volley at the deep on the baseline.
Benjamin coming off of that long clinching singles match yesterday. You know, one of the questions that we asked both coaches is just the recovery factor, because you're coming from the north. Of course, it's sort of a level playing field. They're both played a lot of indoor tennis, but it's recovering from playing in the heat.
Correct, and yeah, they played a long match yesterday. That Benjamin's opponent cramped up there late in the second. It was tough to watch. He wanted to give it his all, but these northern teams come down in the heat, and sometimes it's tough to adjust. But so far, these teams have made it. They've looked strong coming into the finals, as it's 30-15 here at Dayton. Solid smash from Benjamin. 40-15, Dayton serving. That ball went into the lake behind the nets.
Yesterday, Dayton got off to a big start. Breaks on 2 or 3. See this replay here. (30-15), Dayton with the lead, serving this game.
And that's Tori Martin. He is serving 2. It is 40-15. Nice return there from Tori Martin to get it to 40-30.
If you're the receiving team early on, you're just trying to get the return down low, make them volley up.
One thing we were seeing yesterday was a lot of doubles teams were taking a lot of time talking to each other. Each point is such a huge point compared to the regular season. And we might see a little bit today. They're just analyzing every little shot, every little movement that they're going to make. 40-30.
So much at stake.
First game goes to Dayton Flyers.
And we saw the net cord there. So the ball bounced off the net, and they continue to play.
And that's unlike the women's game where they do not play lets on the women's game.
We could switch over to court number 3 for the number 1 doubles.
They have a deuce no ad point coming up.
Deuce no ad point. It's a second serve. VCU serving.
So Dayton breaks on court 1, or on doubles number 1, which is court 3. Dayton with a little momentum here early in the doubles.
Saw this a little bit yesterday. Where they got off to a good start. The thing is that when you're playing to 6, there's not a lot of time to get.
Nice return there from Benjamin. As VCU serving love 1, love 15. And this is Noren serving for the Rams. Or I should say, sorry, that is Tori Martin, it appears. Serving for the Rams. Serving to Theo Jenner. Love 15. Easy smash there. Easy smash there. To 15 all. And a quick update around the courts. Dayton took the first game on all 3 of the doubles matches. As we're looking at the number 2 doubles match right here. 15 all.
2 back here. And the strategy with that, the returning team is get this return in.
Set up by that first lob, first volley.
If you're Dayton, though, you want to go down the line on that ball. You don't want to go to the net player, right? I mean,
yeah, obviously he did that and set up that second volley, which he put away easily.
And VCU big serving, but not following that ball in. You got 2 back again for Dayton, trying to sort of settle into the match from a return standpoint. Even though they've warmed up for an hour, you're still playing with new balls, and it's early in the set.
And away here is looked like an ace from the number 1 doubles position came over to the court, but 30-15 here for VCU. Wild forehand there.
He's got a big backswing on that ball. Great topspin, good circular, but missed a little wide there.
One thing that in a situation like this, if you're just playing a 1-6 game set, you don't want to give up an early break. Momentum can be everything. We saw a lot of breaks early and throughout doubles matches yesterday. But in doubles here in college tennis, you don't want to give up an early break.
That was a great forehand there. That's the key to doubles. If you are at the baseline, you've got to make that the other team volley up, and that's exactly what VCU did there.
It's nice low forehand ground stroke there to get it to 40-30 for VCU. Just an update over on the singles, the doubles number 1 position. Dayton held, so they're up 2-0 on court 1, or on doubles number 1. And VCU serving for the game here. Nice little touch volley to VCU, gets the game 1-all.
You work on your reflex volleys there, you know, no swing needed, just have the racket in the right spot, want the ball.
So serve here coming up for Dayton, as it's going to be Jordan Benjamin, native of Fairport, New York. He's going to be serving to Inigo Torrey Martin. Benjamin and Jenner this year have an 11-6 record together, only at the number 2 position, so they haven't played 1 or 3, and they were 4-1 in A10 matches this year. So they are used to this number 2 position. 15 love. Rip that inside out forehand.
Almost need to try to keep it away from that forehand a little bit, or be really ready at the net. I'm sort of surprised we're not seeing a little bit more net play, but there's a lot of different strategies that goes into doubles. Benjamin serving. Still a better play. He just Benjamin didn't do as much with that ball with the forehand there. It's just such a weapon. Let's watch this replay here. Watch this ball just dip down low there.
Perfect stroke.
You don't want to be hitting those half volleys, do you, Brian?
I'm not good at those, no. 30-15, or yes, 15-30, sorry. Dayton serving.
See, now that's the net player's ball there.
Just long.
We'll play a little there. Good patience, but if you're at the net, you want to try and poach that ball if you can.
One thing that was also yesterday was the nerves early in the matches, at least for the Dayton and Takei match. It was very tentative tennis over there early throughout, and really on both sides in the semifinals. Once they got into a rhythm and found their strokes, they got into a much better situation for the for tennis all around. They're making their strokes. Just in.
Beautiful. That
getting to break
beautiful.
Point. Yeah, perfect lob over the head.
Look at this.
Come in.
Top spin lob right here.
Perfectly placed. So get to break point 30-40.
Wow.
Incredible hands. Puts it away. What a point.
Best point we've seen so far right now.
Incredible point. We got to see the replay on this one.
This is great doubles.
I don't know how he got that. Jeez, an absolutely incredible point.
Tennis there.
So now we get to deuce. This is the no ad point, so this is game point receiver's choice on this. So Amentegi will be, the Torrey Martin will be taking it.
I'm seeing a lot of forehands out here. Which one do you think's the best?
There are some incredible shots. That's the right approach. He saw the net man moving over just a little bit gave him that opening.
He held it.
Yes.
He held the forehand, and then last second he pulled for that line.
So we're going to go down to some VCU Dayton fans earlier, so we're going to hear from Jordan Beatty with some VCU fans right now.
Super excited to be here all the way from Switzerland. What are you most excited about today?
To see them win, of course. Yeah.
Your brother is playing. How excited is it that he's here and you guys are there? Has it been hard, you guys being so far away?
Yeah, but we're quite used to it. He moved away to the south of Sweden when he was 15, so he's always been quite a long way from us. So.
Great, fantastic. Back to you, Scott and Brian. Thank you.
So we are going to move over to doubles position number 1, where Dayton's serving 2-1 up a break, 30 love. Scott, those hats. Is that what you call them?
Look,
those are amazing.
I love it when fans bring a little flavor to the match. You know what I mean?
Man, I want one. I want one of those.
There they are. They got the Swedish flag as well. We love it. We love it. Yeah, they're waving it. Great interview, Jordan.
So as we're watching the number 1 doubles match here, as Dayton trying to hold on to that break. Serving for the Flyers is Karsten Fischer. He's teaming up with Zach Berry. It's 30-15, and they're taking on Javier Amontegui and Vitor Lima. Lima plays the ad side, so Fischer's going to be serving to Lima here, 30-15.
That cord. Oh, good first volley, but backed off on that. That was a big blast from the backhand.
Gives it all square, 30 all. Those of you wondering what's going on the number 3 doubles position, it is on serve. VCU serving 1-2, 40 love over there. So a little tight around the courts, 30 all.
Second serve here. See that VCU sort of creeping in, trying to distract Fischer.
Just out. Chair umpire confirms.
See Fischer serving and volleying. That's his natural play. And watching him play singles yesterday, he was coming in quite a bit. So refreshing to watch serve and volley these days.
40-30 serving for the game and to hold on to that break. That's the right shot. He saw the opening. I thought,
wow,
that
what
maybe
a shot.
Lima was going to put it down into that corner.
The volleys here, they don't have a lot of stick on them, so they're giving VCU chances. And right there was a chance to really kind of tee off.
It's a big point here, Deuce. No ad point. Lima said he's going to take it.
Let's see what Lima's got. Fischer needs a good first serve here. Yeah. It's funny, you just go with a 3/4 pace first serve and it can make a difference on a pressure point.
It was extremely pressure point, yeah.
Fischer's first serve was a little shaky a point or two before, but that was solid.
So VCU's going to try and hold. Big game here. If Dayton get the break, all of a sudden it's going to be 4-1 as we play 6-game sets.
These sets can go fast. If you go to a tiebreaker, yes, take a little longer, but 6-3, 6-2, they can be 20-25 minutes.
Amontegui here serving. Just a little long there.
Call that a double cheese. You want fries with that? That stands for double fault.
I think the double cheese expression has now left. Scott Trively has left the booth. I think he's going to get some lunch. I think he just got hungry by the food reference.
I think I've caught Mr. Ormison off guard with the double cheese comment.
still in breakfast mode. 15 love here on doubles 1.
Oh.
Or excuse me, love 15. Now it's love 30.
He's just pulling back on that serve right now.
Yeah, it does. He's looking very tentative on it.
You know, tennis is a confidence game.
And that's what that early break does. He can possibly get into your head. He knows how tight these points are and what this doubles point means.
Looking at it, I thought they were looking at a possible I formation, but just really trying to get the ball to the backhand. Good doubles there, you know, just simple serve down the middle, keep the volley in the middle.
Rams really needed that one.
Look at the umbrellas, Brian.
Oh, look at those. They definitely need to be coming out because that sun is getting a little bit higher.
It's only going to get warmer.
Only going to get warmer.
We want to thank our crew for giving us a nice umbrella here today.
We got a great tent here. Yeah. It would be baking. 15:30 here.
Gosh, this is streaky serving. I mean, did you see that? That's 120.
2 solid first serves back to back after the
Do you have your radar gun?
2 double faults. I do not have my radar gun. I usually travel with one in the back pocket. Sorry, I didn't bring that out here. That would be, I really should. With working here at the national campus, I mean, you got 100 courts. You could just go out and get some
See who
serve
has the fastest serve.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 30 all. Number 1 doubles. Starting to hear the crowd. They're coming alive here.
Javier from Madrid, sophomore, serving 30 all.
So second serve.
And Fisher had an incredible return, nice in the alley, and VCU stayed with it and gets the points, and now they're serving for the game.
Barry just needs a little more on that first volley, either lower or crisper, you know, because it's sitting up a little bit. But they managed that point. They've got a chance to, a game point here for VCU.
Zach Barry awaiting the serve. Perfect shot. He saw the netman coming over just a touch, but he gave him just a little bit of room, and he took advantage. Watch him just step just a little. You saw the movement coming, and he put it perfectly in the alley.
Side step. And so we're going to have Fisher take the no-ad point here. We love this in college tennis, right? The pressure point.
It is an extreme pressure packs moment where, once again, the receivers, they're the ones to call who receives the point or where the serve is going to be taking place. So we go to the deuce side. 40 all game point. Another shot down the alley, and Dayton gets another break.
Big time. And that's a momentum builder for Dayton Flyers right there.
And that's a huge point because as we update you around the courts, Dayton has it 4-1 on the number 1 doubles position. At number 2, VCU's up 4-1 and serving. So it very well could come down to the number 3 doubles position. But VCU's up a break over there, 3-2. So technically right now VCU has a little bit of momentum as they're up 2 breaks, or up on 2 courts, 2 different breaks. As we're here at number 1.
I mean,
Coach is getting into a little bit.
You know, just still very difficult to predict, but could be 3 doubles that it comes down to.
And this is where things started to change yesterday in the semifinals when we got midway through the doubles action. It was the team who it seemed like had the most experience, and the team who settled down their nerves, who got through their respective doubles matches.
And it's going to be back and forth. I mean, you're not going to just run through a break. You know, they're going to challenge that, have that one game that they challenge you, and you've got to really, really bear down on it.
And Dayton was involved in all 3 of their doubles matches yesterday in the semifinals. Were all tied at 1.5 all. So they really felt some pressure yesterday as we're here watching Zach Barry serve. He's in the right position. VCU gets the first point.
peeking at number 2 doubles, and Benjamin just missed an overhead. A little off balance, good lob there.
We're talking easy lob. That VCU had one yesterday. It was one of the easiest lobs you'll ever see. And you were so tight, so nervous that he missed it off the top of his racket and almost went in the lake.
Great away there.
Definitely.
Fisher's great at putting those overheads away. And this is a strength right here for Dayton, where you've got Barry serving, you got Fisher at the net. Fisher normally great at putting those volleys away, and you're only as good as the net player.
Lima comes up on the second serve.
There you go, right there, Brian.
(30-15). Fisher, senior, does not want this day to be his last in college tennis. He wants to move on, so we know he has extra motivation. Went to Hilton Head Island High School.
I don't think anybody wants this to be their last match.
Oh, not at all.
Opportunity to go play in the NCAA championships. I mean, it will be the selection show on Tuesday.
What a return.
Ooh, great dig.
I thought maybe that was a double hit, but
and you get a come
you got
on.
it, yeah. That was great.
Come on.
I guess not. So 40-15. Yeah, perfect day. That was a great point.
Wow, I love the excitement.
Yeah, I thought maybe there was a double hit. Chair umpire, well, it wasn't.
Dayton needs this number 1 doubles because VCU with the break on the other 2. After this game, we should switch over to the number 2 doubles on court 4.
Dayton holds 5-1 for the Flyers, so they are in control.
So they have momentum on this middle court. You know, the 2 and 3 are playing on the other sides. And
the number 2 doubles position on court 4 is at a no add points at deuce.
Oh, yeah.
With VCU serving 4-1.
Benjamin returning.
So we're now on court 4, which is the number 2 doubles position.
All right, here
VCU
we go.
is looking to go up 5-1 themselves here at this position.
We switched over in the nick of time.
Tori Martin serving to Benjamin. Way
All right,
long.
so second serve. I want to see if Benjamin steps up with that forehand.
And Jenner standing right on the service line there. Pochin puts it away. He was waiting for that. Just he knew it was coming. As we watch this, Jenner moved over a little bit, but got right back in the middle and waited for that put away. Absolutely monumental break of serve for the Flyers. VCU still up a break.
Yeah, still a lot of work to do on this court for Dayton. VCU has been the shot-making team.
Great touch volleys by Dayton. As we want to update on doubles position number 3, which is court 2. And VCU has just broke again. VCU Rams up 5-2 at the doubles number 3 position. So maybe it's going to come down to this court here on court 4, which is doubles number 2. Dayton needs this game. 15 love. Doing that backhand.
Little tight on that backhand there. Again, you want to continue to try to be as aggressive as you possibly can. Even though VCU's playing a lot of 2 back, a lot of baseline, they're hitting big shots, big powerful shots.
15 all. Nice get. So now we're going to switch it over to the number 1 doubles position as we get back on this court. VCU serving 40-15, but they're down 1-5. So VCU serving to stay in it, 40-15. Double there. And yesterday, Dayton, the number 1 doubles team here, they lost in a close 7-6 decision at number 1 to Davidson. 3 was in the breaker.
Obviously, that doubles point yesterday for both teams was the difference. I mean,
yeah,
VCU probably could have done it without, but Dayton barely beating Davidson.
Lets it go, and it just went.
I mean, we got a 5-2 here, but if we look back on that match yesterday, Dayton was down on court number 1.
Correct, and there was a couple of match points that Davidson have on court 3, and Dayton came back and won it. For the number 3 doubles position, VCU serving 5-2, 40 love. They're serving for the match. Looks like the Rams are going to take it on court number 2, which is the number 3 doubles position.
We're going to stay here on this top court while they're in a break. See what the outcome is, but this number 2.
You can kind of see it tightly on the left side of your screen is where VCU is looking to close it out. And they did.
And that's it.
So VCU takes the match at court number, doubles position number 3. So one more win by VCU on either 1 or 2 doubles will give the Rams the doubles point. So Dayton needs to win both of these matches to get the doubles point. So at number 1, it's Dayton is serving 5-2. They're serving for the match. And at the number 2 position, Dayton is serving 2-4, 30-40.
So
now it's due. So you got a big point coming up.
This is a huge no-ad point. Huge no-ad point. VCU in the driver's seat if they win it.
So we are here at court number 4. This is the number 2 doubles position. This is the match that we need to pay attention to as this is coming down to the wire. This is a no-ad point. This is 40 all. Your screen says 30-40, but it's 40 all. No-ad is Dayton. Really, this is the biggest point of the match right here, and they want to know exactly what's happening as they ask VCU who is going to receive this point. Benjamin is going to serve on the deuce side to Tori Martin. And I think they called a let.
Is that going to be a first serve?
I think so. It looks like one of the VCU players called a let from a ball coming over from the nearby
So we've got
match.
First serve here. They're taking a little extra time. How big is this point, right? We've got VCU with number 3 doubles in the win column.
Big serve out wide.
Wow.
Just lands in.
Good return.
Strong forehand, VCU. Whoa.
Tell you what, I want a forehand lesson. that forehand is big backswing, but man, it really gets up and down. It's got some jump on it.
And Jenner was there. He was there for the backhand volley, but there was just too much velocity on it. And he couldn't get it in. So VCU is going to be serving out for the match. 5-2 as we look at some coaching going on.
I'd say that he's trying to stay out of the sun there with the towel over the...
It's a fantastic look.
Yeah.
He's got the hat on, the towel behind his neck. But that's the last thing on his mind right now. He wants to get this. He wants to close this out and get this doubles point.
So we've got no ad point on court number 1 doubles.
Yeah, so
So this is match point for the Dayton Flyers serving, Fisher serving.
So yeah, as we update you on that court 3, which is number 1 doubles. This is match point, yep, as you said. Dayton desperately needs to close this out. And it's taking place on the left side of your screen. As Fisher is the one serving. So we'll update you on that one as this goes on. And Dayton does win it on number 1 doubles. So it does come down to this final match on court number 4. This is number 2 doubles. Both teams, VCU and Dayton, have split the first couple doubles matches. So the overall first team point of the day is coming down to this match here at court 4. Big first point for the Flyers as VCU serving 5-2. They need a big comeback here if they want to get this doubles point.
2 breaks.
And at number 2, this Dayton doubles team, they had a match point yesterday at 5-4 and double faulted. But then they fought back to win 7-5 with some good net play. So they hung with it yesterday. Called out.
It's a good reflex there. Kind of, that's where that's not textbook. You just kind of use your reflex.
Exactly.
Just kind of flick the ball back, find the opening.
15 all, and we see on court 3 that both teams are now glued into this match to help their teammates out. One of the best parts of college tennis. Oh, what a low return right at him, but it was too low for him to get that racket in position.
That's just it. You're not going for a winner. You're trying to kind of jam up the doubles player. Going for the winner, the margin is so small.
Great play by Benjamin there. As now Theo Jenner will look to take the serve from Noren. Good decision by letting that go.
Good decision to let it go. Obviously, it's easy for us to say from the booth, hey, do this, do that, go cross court on that ball, right?
Yes, that's definitely the right play.
Little off balance. He's behind the baseline, little off balance on that ball.
If it was a lower, that would have been an easy
30
smash.
all here.
Players call their shots. Chair umpire can overrule in college tennis. Ooh. Match point doubles, point on the line right here. They have 2 of them coming up for the Rams. The Rams, the more experienced team. They've been to several NCAA tournaments. Dayton Flyers looking for their first NCAA tournament berth. So we look at the replay of this match of that point. So 40-30, 5-2.
Here we go.
Oh, what a return on the Noren serve.
So who's going to take the return here? I say Benjamin.
And sometimes the players give it up to the coach to make that decision.
They do?
I saw that yesterday.
You did?
I did. In the women's match, they were looking at the coach, and the coaches were telling them where to go.
Well, you know what they say. Coaching makes a difference.
It does. But it looks like they're going to make the decision here. And it looks like Benjamin's going to take it on the deuce side.
Benjamin has won 15 straight.
Wow!
Oh, live to see another day. The Dayton Flyers.
And we play on.
Well, it's great tennis.
It's great tennis. I thought that lob was wanted to obviously get a little deeper.
Yeah.
And so VCU had a play on it.
But definitely put him off balance.
It did. You're correct.
The key if you're on the defense is to try to put the net team off balance.
Yeah.
It's not to blaze the ball by him. If you have it
point.
set up, of course you'll do that.
VCU still up a break on this court. As we reset this, this is the doubles point coming down to this match. VCU won at number 3, Dayton won at number 1. So the doubles point comes down to this match in the A10 men's final.
Good volley.
Oh, he almost got that. Went off screen, you couldn't see it, but he almost got his racket on that. If he would have, that would have been unbelievable. But good net play there.
Good tennis.
And
good with the close. So we were saying, we've said it, but Benjamin's won 15 straight singles matches. Obviously playing with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch him in the singles play. Should be playing court 1. But we're here at number 2 doubles. Dayton serving 15-love. Benjamin right on top of the net. Moves back a little and puts that away.
Yep. Been great with the overhead. It's getting interesting.
It's very interesting. You take a look at the replay, see Benjamin back up a little bit.
Yep.
Hits that first one and then puts it away right here.
No doubt about it there.
Coach Meyer very impressed with that.
I noticed that yesterday watching both the doubles is that the Dayton was great at putting the overheads into the stands.
Serve and volley immediately on that second serve and gets a wild return. Boy, Dayton 40-love all of a sudden.
That's where the big backswing under pressure sometimes can cause a shank.
This would be an amazing turnaround. VCU had 2 match points in the last game. VCU was trying to serve it out. And we are still going as we see the team watching and supporting their teammates on court 3. 40-love. Easy hold at love for the Flyers. We're going to go on the changeover, and even the teammates are going to change over as well.
Yep.
As that's the rules in college tennis. The Dayton Flyers will change positions. VCU Rams come over to the other side.
It's still as simple as VCU serving this out.
Yeah, it really is. So there's still got momentum. But the Dayton Flyers have won the last 6 points.
So if you're VCU in this changeover, if you're the coaches, you want to come up with a specific plan for the first 2 points.
So if you're VCU, what are you telling right now?
I mean, first serve is obviously the key, and then they've got to watch the ball for the poach in the middle. They've got to be aggressive on that first ball. Your feet can get a little glued as you get late into 4-5-4 in a double set.
You see the assistants for VCU talking, Coach Paul Costin with his teammates, with his players.
An I formation is not is a nice play at this point too, depending on the formation of Dayton. If Dayton's playing both back, probably shouldn't do the I formation. If they're playing one up, one back, then you could certainly try it.
So Dayton, nothing new to long doubles points. Yesterday was about 55 minutes or so. We are about 44 minutes in to this doubles point. As far as a team coming from Ohio to have this much stamina to play this many matches in the Florida heat, I think we're getting to mid-80s today.
It's the afternoon match, the women's finals, where it's going to be warm. Mm-hmm. It's sunny right now, but the temperature is nice.
And we will have that women's match later today, following the men's match. So make sure you stay tuned in for that one. It'll be VCU and Massachusetts in that women's match. But right here, we're still in the doubles point.
Coach
we have teammates cheering on their players and their teammates here.
All right, let's carefully watch this first point.
Dayton back deep.
It's really important you get that first point when you're serving it out. It really takes the pressure off. Doesn't mean the game's over, but it gives you that little bit of a lead. Makes you a little more comfortable now when you're trying to get that first serve in.
This is Inigo Torrey Martin serving. Now serving Theo Jenner. Another low ball into the net by Jenner. Just like that, it's 30-love, 2 points away.
They haven't gone down the middle with the serves. They've gone more body. On that ball is kind of body backhand, really kind of threw Jenner off balance.
Let's see what he does here. It's a Benjamin. Jenner still playing deep. Right at the net man.
That's how you win.
He wants the replay.
Volleys.
You can see Noren just kind of creeping over, eventually just getting his body right in the middle of the court.
Can't do any better than this.
He stands right there, just waiting for it and puts it away.
Great finish.
Several match points.
Crisp, solid, well inside the court. No chance for the Dayton Flyers.
40 left, match point. And that'll do it as VCU holds at love, wins the final 4 points to take the doubles point from the Dayton Flyers. So right now the team score is 1-0 going into singles matches. So you can see the Rams celebrating with each other there to fight through that doubles point. Great tennis play to start up this A10 finals as the VCU Rams.
Chant going on right now as we watch this replay. Good point here.
Yeah, Jenner had a great return.
Jenner did a good job with the return, stayed compact.
Sent 3 backhands.
Just solid for VCU. They didn't beat themselves in that game.
And teams will regroup. Dayton's already talking among themselves as Coach Meyer is trying to get them pumped up
5
for
minutes.
the singles match. Yep, we'll have about 5 minutes between
5 minutes.
breaks. And we're going to try and have Virginia Commonwealth head coach Paul Costin coming over to talk to our third member of our team, Jordan Beatty, here pretty soon. So we'll send it down soon to hear his thoughts after the doubles point.
So here we've got VCU going with their team chant right now. We've got...
All right, so as VCU gets ready, so we're going to send it down to Jordan Beatty. Jordan.
Congrats, Coach, on clinching that doubles point. What worked well for you guys in that match?
I think we were consistent on all 3 courts. We fell behind on court 1, a couple of 3 points, but they played well, But it's only 1 point. It's still a long match.
Definitely. What do you look to focus on in the singles matches?
Win 3 singles matches.
Definitely.
That's what I'm looking for.
Definitely. Good luck, Coach. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Jordan, and thank you, Coach Costin, for stopping by to lend your thoughts after that doubles point. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to take a little bit of a break between doubles and singles, but we're also going to have Coach Meyer here from Dayton to talk about the doubles point and get his thoughts on what happened there and what he's thinking going into singles, as he's going to have to fight from behind to try and take the first A10 championship for the Flyers in school history. So
yeah, I mean, you would have wanted Dayton to win that doubles point for them to have the best chance, but let's see what Coach Meyer has to say with Jordan Beatty.
Hey, Coach, tough doubles match. What do you guys look to focus on in the singles lineup?
We just got to stay positive. We in tough moments we let our emotions get a little down. We didn't play with enough passion. I think the 2 doubles came down to a point here, point there. If we would have just maintained, stay positive, I think we could have got the job done. But it is what it is. Got to turn around and get into singles now.
Definitely. All right. Good luck, Coach. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Jordan, and thanks, Coach Meyer. Once again, we're going to take a little bit of a break, but it's setting up for singles matches. We're going to play all 6 courts here, and all 6 singles matches are worth 1 point each. So how big that doubles point is that Dayton now has to win 4 of these singles matches, while VCU only needs to take half of them. Needs to take 3, and then we'll have the celebration.
They're bringing the water coolers out.
Bringing the water coolers out, baby. We're going to get ready for a celebration after 6 singles matches.
No, not for celebration.
Well, that too.
To keep cold, to keep cool.
See, I'm already thinking about celebration. I can't wait for that bucket.
You think about celebrating a lot, I mean, you got to think about hydration, water, ice, that type of thing, because it is going to warm up. And we do appreciate the USTA staff for helping us out here, and the video services crew. They spent a lot of time to set up this A10 match, and the Atlantic 10 staff as well for taking the time to set up this match as we look at this beautiful day here in Orlando and at the USTA National Campus. This is the 2nd year for the A10 championships here at the USTA National Campus. So we're going to take a quick break, but we'll come back here in a couple minutes and set you up for singles matches. Once again, right now VCU has a 1-0 lead on Dayton.
We're coming back here at the USA National Campus. VCU has the early lead as we look at all 6 courts. We are almost underway at every single court here for singles matches, as the Rams have a 1-0 lead on Dayton, and we come into court 3, which is singles number 1. And this is the first point. VCU is serving to start it up, as we're looking at Arvid Noren against Jordan Benjamin. Arvid Noren is from Sweden. Junior stands at 6 foot. He's serving left 15s. We're going to wait a little bit as the ball comes over from court number 4. And we saw Jordan Benjamin just a little bit ago on court 4 in doubles play. Second serve. Benjamin moving him around. Sends that forehand into the net. 15-all. So another real quick, just to make sure everyone's just joining us here. VCU's leading 1-0 after the doubles point. And for college tennis rules, all 6 of these singles matches are worth 1 point each. So the goal here for the A10 finals, to crown the winner, the team with 4 team points wins the match. So once we get to 4 points, then the rest of the matches will end if there's any on, and we crown a champion. 15-all ball looked a little long, but didn't call it. And Noren sends that one down the line for a winner.
First set's really important here for Dayton.
As we look at the replay and watch this winner coming up. Nice into the corner.
Big ball there. Solid and leaned into it.
So,
you know, yesterday when we were talking to Coach Meyer, we kept asking for storylines, and he kept telling us that Benjamin was our storyline with 15 straight, 20-1.
Tough break on that one as the ball hits the net cord and bounces in. On the men's college game, they play lets, unlike the women we'll see later today where they do not play lets, but in the college men's game they play it. Ball clipped the tape, and it just falls into the net, or just falls onto this. There's another net cord, and Benjamin puts that one away. So I guess it evens out.
It does. It does. And do you know how they came up with that rule?
Explain.
Cheating.
Is that because of you? You cheat a lot when you were playing college games?
But think about it. So it's a 3-all point. I think we had 3-all point, and you could just call it out if you didn't. You know, obviously there's umpires here today, but I just mean across the board.
Yeah. 40-30. Oh, he thought it was going to go long, but it dropped just in. We play on. Just out. So yeah, there are chair umpires here, and they have the power to overrule the players who call the lines in the college game. But if a player is unsure, they can revert to the chair umpire, who can overrule if they want to. But big point here. Benjamin takes it. It's his deuce, no ad point. Benjamin will to receive on the ad side. Not very deep.
He loves those overheads.
Wow. He really does. The whole day today in doubles play, and even yesterday, Benjamin just keeps putting those away and putting them where they need to be. He gets an early break.
Good for
on court 1 as we watch.
Solid rush to the net, and then good put away with these 2 overheads.
Those are very tough, dropping back.
Smart to place the first one because he was off balance, and then go for the bigger shot when he had a better positioning on the second. Going back to Benjamin, you know, we're on this court number 1. We're going to move around, but you know, this is our starting point. And you know, as we see him looking on, drinking the Pedialyte, these teams from the north have got to get their liquids. But Benjamin, Coach Meyer was heavily recruited. Had a nice offer from Michigan, but you know, chose to go to Dayton.
Watch the footwork and technique.
Yep. Good balance, and then right there
that
a little
is
more.
Such a tough shot.
It's kind of interesting that we see it from that angle. He's actually further back on that second one, but in better position to actually go for the winner. But this is going to be a great match here on court number 1, and I think it's going to go the distance.
It very well could. It went the distance yesterday, but Benjamin had an opponent who started cramping up late. It came down to his match at number 1 to put Dayton into the finals. And Benjamin cruised 6-1 in the third because his opponent started cramping. And so as we first point of the second game. Great forehand winner there from Noren. I wanted to pick up when you talked about heavily recruited for Benjamin. He was a 5-star recruit. He went 108-8 in high school. It's a solid record.
108?
108-8 in his high school career.
That's a lot of high school tennis matches.
It's a lot.
A lot of the juniors don't, I mean, they play high school tennis, but they don't play 100 matches.
See if he can put this one away now, too. And easily he does.
How many? We should count the overheads, right?
As we keep going. And it's not too windy. There's a little bit of a breeze, but not too bad where it'll affect some things here in Orlando.
Let me tell you, this weather here today is a 10 out of 10.
Oh, it's perfect, isn't it?
And that this USTA National Campus tent that we have makes it just absolutely awesome.
You can see that camera angles from the Collegiate Center as you look across the water to player development, the Welcome Center, and some championship courts on the other side of the campus. But back here at the Collegiate Center,
100 tennis courts, Brian.
I think that's a lot.
100.
And it's all, they have plenty of clay courts, hard courts, indoor courts for player development, red clay courts for player development. Here at the Collegiate Center, it's plexi-cushion hard courts. Second serve here. And you're seeing all 6 in collegiate on this side, and there's 6 more on the other side.
Nothing like watching a college tennis match, watching all 6 in a row. Some facilities have land restraints. They have to break it up different ways. But if you can go 6 in a row, there's no better way. And if we have the best seat in the house, as we're perched up here and we can see all 6. We're right in the middle, overlooking the Benjamin match. And we're going to watch a few more points of this and hopefully move on to another court and sort of slowly watch the action and the excitement build.
If you think that Benjamin's high school record was phenomenal, well, this year alone, I mean, you mentioned it earlier, just in is that forehand by Noren to get it to 30 all. Benjamin is 20-1 this year. He's won 16 in a row, 16-0 at number 1. I don't care how good you are. That's a phenomenal mark. Benjamin hails from New York. Fairport, New York. He is a junior, so he's got 1 year left, but wants to send Dayton to the first finals and first NCAA tournament in program history.
And in a few minutes, we're going to bring A10 Associate Commissioner Tom Jacobs in, no stranger to tennis and college tennis. We're going to put a headset and just kind of get a feel from him.
Watch this winner from Benjamin coming up here to get the 40-30s. Looks to solidify the break. He's playing Arvid Noren, who's 14-10 this year. He's played number 1, 2, and 3. Can't wait to hear from Tom Jacobs. He's done a phenomenal job in his year with the A10. Game point here from Dayton to go up 2-love. Great touch by Benjamin as Noren looked to pass him as he comes inside. Benjamin very vocal after that game point win. So we have Jordan Beatty coming up here pretty soon after this replay. Look at that touch. So we've heard Jordan Beatty's got an interview coming up. So Jordan, let's hear what you got.
I am with Jordan Benjamin's sister, who also plays on Dayton women's tennis team. How does it feel to be watching your brother play in the finals of the A10 championships?
It's super exciting. It makes having him on the men's tennis team makes every match more of a family matter, not just for me, but for like the entire women's tennis team. So when we woke up this morning, we were like just excited to be in the finals as the boys.
Awesome. Did you give him any pep talks before he got on the court today?
Yeah, I sent him a text. I got no response, but I told him like I love you and make sure you tell your team how much you want it and just be a leader. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, fantastic leadership and good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
Back to you, Scott and Brian.
Back here at number 1 singles, as Dayton has a 2-0 lead Gonna watch a couple points here, and we're gonna have a very special guest here
to join us. 1-1 across the board, except on court number 1. So it's very even, and it's very early. And we'd like to welcome in Senior Associate Commissioner for the A10 Conference, no stranger to college tennis and the USTA, Tom Jacobs. Tom, good to have you alongside here, and what a day for tennis.
It's fantastic. Thank you so much, Scott. Great to be here at the USTA National Campus with our A10 Men's and Women's Tennis Championships.
That was a good doubles point. Obviously, VCU, a couple great singles players playing. Number 2 doubles there for VCU.
Yeah, very tightly contested doubles point. Dayton came out with a lot of energy, especially at number 1. Got that early break, and just hard fought all the way through.
I mean, Dayton's hungry. Not that VCU isn't, but haven't been in a final since 2005.
Correct. Yeah, very exciting for them.
Tom, how do you feel about the A10? This is the second year here at the national campus and coming back next year. How many years you got coming back?
Yeah, we're actually very excited that we've are going to be coming back here through the 2022 championships at this point. So, yeah, it's been a fantastic facility, great atmosphere, great experience for all of our men's and women's tennis student athletes to come down here and experience the national campus.
And you have golf taking place this weekend in Orlando as well.
We do, yeah. We have men's golf that's taking place over at the villas at Grand Cypress. They're in their final day today, and actually had a great event on Wednesday night where we bring all of the student athletes together for a little social.
Where do you get together for that?
Pardon me?
Where do you all get together for that?
We were at Gatorland this year. We were at SeaWorld the year before. So kind of mix it up from year to year to give the student athletes a little bit of a different experience. But it's just a great opportunity to bring them all together in a social setting.
And plenty of options to figure out next year. You already have one in mind for next year?
We're still working on it. But yeah, as you mentioned, there's certainly not a lack of options here in the Orlando area.
And we've been watching the number 1 doubles match here for VCU and Dayton with these two teams. I mean, it's just a completely different matchup, with VCU being an experienced team going to the NCAA tournament 19 times and Dayton looking for their first one. So it's kind of been a joy to watch these two teams go at it. And then you have the women's finals coming up after this with VCU in that one as well.
Absolutely, yeah. Very excited about that as well. And again, what a great opportunity for our student athletes to be able to participate here at the national campus, and certainly with an Atlantic 10 championship on the line and a bid to the NCAA tournament.
NCAA tournament, that's what we were talking about. I mean, there's no shortage of motivation today, whether you're a senior, you're a freshman. I mean, this is a chance to go to the dance.
Absolutely.
The selection shows on Tuesday, 16 sites, so you're going to some great campus in America.
That's exactly right, and whoever wins will be very excited to find out what that destination is for them.
Tom, what do you think? I mean, obviously long-time player development general manager with Patrick McEnroe. We're here in Florida. These are northern teams. Do you see weather as it's sort of equal because they're both coming from the north? But do you see the heat becoming a factor in either one of these matches, the men's or women's matches today?
Well, it's certainly not as hot as it was last year down here, but yeah, they've been down here practicing and getting acclimated. So, hopefully that'll hold up for them today.
No greater way to get ready for an NCAA match, really.
Absolutely.
You can see those palm trees hanging on the screen and the flags for the A10 by the Collegiate Center. It's just a good look here. Not a cloud in the sky, at least a little bit there in the background there, but yeah. So we're here in singles play with Tom Jacobs from the Atlantic 10, and we've had just an amazing week here all week long. Started on Wednesday with women's matches, and we're now here in the men's final here on Sunday morning on a great day at the USTA National Campus. And next year, this campus hosts the NCAA Championships. The last 16 teams are coming here for the men and the women. So obviously something a goal for every team, not only get to the NCAA tournament, but get to that last round in the final host site, just like the College World Series or the Softball World Series, where you just want to make it to that final site. So,
Tom, we watched this replay here. Little net cord. I'm kind of curious. I mean, before you became the senior associate commissioner at A10, you were obviously part of the USTA a long time, and
Correct.
You were a part of some of the planning process for this very facility. How has it, in your mind, kind of turned out, and what are your observations kind of coming back now? Whenever I'm sitting on the furniture over at PD, I think of you because I remember when you were ordering that furniture. But how have you seen the layout, and just from what it was 4 years ago to where we are today?
Well, it's just so exciting, and congratulations to the USTA for just doing a fantastic job on this facility. I think it's exceeded expectations. It's just a wonderful facility, 100 courts, the collegiate center, specifically for, college tennis and the dual match format. They've done a great job of marketing and promoting college tennis throughout the years through the year with the various matches that they've had here. And we're just so excited to be here and be a part of it. And as you mentioned, hosting the NCAA championships coming up, it's just going to be fantastic.
You saw the shot there of the collegiate center, 12 courts here. I mean, it literally felt like an NCAA finals yesterday, with all 12 courts in action with the men and the women when the semifinals were taking place. It was just an unbelievable setting with how much action and intensity and the screaming and the yelling. It was just
Your teams travel well, Tom.
Yeah, we've
Davidson,
had
Richmond. They've got the buses, they got the families here. It's fantastic. I mean.
That's right. No, we've had some great support here throughout the week for the student athletes, and hopefully the folks that have come down here have enjoyed some great tennis and enjoyed the Orlando area while they were down here.
Well, we're happy to be live with following this men's match and the women's match later. I mean, some really fantastic universities that are a part of the A10. I mean, just going up and down the line, you got some great cities, some great campuses, and there's a good diversity. I mean, you look at Dayton, you got 8,500 private school, and you look at VCU, you've got 31,000 public university. So a little bit of everything.
No question. Great membership within the A10. And certainly the student athletes and coaches that are represented out here today.
And Tom, you helped lead up the A10 basketball tournament, correct?
Correct, yes.
So what was a recap from this year, and then where are you guys at next year?
Well, we were in Washington, D.C. this year at the Capital One Arena. Davidson defeated Rhode Island in the championship game.
And that's for the men's?
For the men's, yeah. Very exciting tournament there in D.C. And we're actually we'll be headed to Brooklyn for the next 3 years with the championship at the Barclays Center.
Nice. Very exciting too. As we saw, look at the teams, some of the banners here hanging at the Collegiate Center, some of the teams in the A10.
Tom, we were talking about Benjamin here, Jordan Benjamin, the #1 player for Dayton. He's 20-1 on the year. He's won 15 straight. He was highly recruited into some of the Power 5, Michigan being one, but he chose to go to Dayton, and Coach Meyer's done an unbelievable job with him. And gosh, I remember Coach Meyer doing some recruiting in 2012 when he took over Dayton, and he's totally transformed their tennis program, and he's really added some great energy. And then on the other side, you see Paul Costin, and
right.
For 37 years of coaching and stories, and he's still he's still aiming for more. In fact, before we did our interview yesterday, he was talking about the facility they're trying to build in Richmond. Virgil, I think, is working on that, where they're trying to do a public-private facility, place where folks locally can come and take a lesson, and then obviously host the teams as well.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. I mean, both coaches, Coach Meyer and Coach Costin, have done just a tremendous job getting their teams here and ready for the championship match this morning.
We're looking at court 1 still, and Arvid Noren is talking about the serve. Benjamin called it out, which it was, at least it appeared from our angle, and not quite sure exactly what he's complaining about. It's tough to tell. It's getting a little louder in here at the Collegiate Center.
I think we need to get Hawkeye. Right? I mean,
Well, now
that play site, you got to, now we get to play fair, right?
Well, now Jordan's talking to us, but now he's upset.
You see, I was telling Brian, and you see the ice coolers for VCU. They've got one on every court, trying to keep their players nice and cool. Coach Costin said that they've been drinking water for 3 or 4 days. You gotta, can't just hydrate the day of or the night before.
Correct.
It's certainly a process, but this is tournament play. I mean, you talk about NCAAs, you talk about A10 championships. This is you got to be at your best physically and mentally.
No question.
Jordan gave you a thumbs up to the chair umpire, so everything must be straightened out. So they might be replaying this point. Jordan sends that one into the net. So what other championships do you have coming up? Are you going to another site later on this spring? Tom?
Well, we still have a number of our spring A10 championships coming up. We've got women's lacrosse next week, as well as women's rowing, and also outdoor track and field. And then in May, finish it off with the softball championship and the baseball championship.
You got a lot in store. Spring's always an incredibly busy season.
It is very exciting time, though, for all of our schools and all the student athletes.
And your staff's got to be loving it. A bunch of them are down here for tennis and golf. As we're going to switch over to court 4 and take a look here, as it's a no-ad point deuce. Dayton serving 3-2.
Perfect timing.
And it looked like that return sailed long.
It was
so
just
Dayton
outside.
Dayton takes that game and solidifies their early break.
Dayton with the 1-2 punch. I mean, their number 1 and 2 singles players yesterday kind of came through, although Fisher did lose the tight 3-setter, but they're certainly strong here today with early breaks in the first set.
So this is court 4, and we're looking at the number 2 singles position. So this is number 2, Vitor Lima and Karsten Fisher. Lima with VCU and Fisher.
We remember Lima in the doubles. And Fisher, the serve and volleyer, which is refreshing to see in today's game.
So, Tom, I know you're a busy guy, but one thing that you kind of look back on with this campus and the National Campus Point, one or two things that you might be proud of is we have the general manager of the campus, Tim Cass, who just kind of creeped up behind you there. So maybe careful with what you say. But yeah, what do you think is maybe one of the most proudest things here?
Well, I think overall, just such a wonderful facility like this, where tennis players of all ages, all abilities could come to the home of American tennis, to the USTA National Campus, and just really enjoy their experience here.
And they certainly have. We've had a ton of teams. Duquesne and Davidson were here in the regular season playing an Atlantic 10 match. So we've been thrilled to have the Atlantic 10 here. So exciting. It's extremely exciting. It means a lot to the national campus and the USTA for the Atlantic 10 to be here. We're pumped that the A10's coming back next year, and can't be more excited about it. So we've had just an incredible week, and Tom, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thanks so much, Tom.
Really appreciate the time, and we're very excited about being here and being back here for the next several years.
Let's see how we do here in the rest of this men's match, and then obviously the ladies to follow. It's an exciting day of tennis here.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. So we're back here at the Collegiate Center as we see all 6 courts are all in play. VCU is up 1-0 here on Dayton as they took the doubles point. And we've been watching a lot of the number 1 doubles position, but we've run number 2 right now as Dayton has a 4-2 lead. VCU serving 30-15. This is Vitor Lima serving to Karsten Fisher. As once again, VCU just needs to take 3 of the singles matches to take the A10 title. Dayton needs 4 of these singles matches to take their first A10 title. So, yeah, the golf championships for the A10 is taking place at Grand Cypress. It's kind of great to have them here in Orlando. It's just been a thrill. So, as we look at VCU serving 40-15, second serve.
Yep, VCU with leads on some of the other courts, though. And Dayton needs 4, as we've talked about. So,
and looking down the line, you're correct. Looks like VCU has 3 courts where they're up a break. Very early here in the first sets and singles. But Dayton here with a big break at the number 2 position. VCU has 2 more points to serve out this game. No ad scoring here in college tennis. It looks like that one gets inside the singles line for the winner. And Lima takes that game whole serve, as we're going to watch the replay of that game deciding point. And Lima takes it pretty casually. The Brazilian, the junior, standing at 6'1", takes that game, but Dayton's still up a break on that court. So as we are looking around the courts here, and we're going to look at court 5 with Dayton serving 1-3, 30 all.
Yeah, so this is where we see VCU at court. This is court number 5.
It's court 5, but it's singles number 4.
Singles number 4, and then singles number 6, VCU has the lead. So singles number 5. So VCU has breaks in 3 of the 6 courts right now. And Dayton has breaks in 2, and then 1 of the courts is on serve. So we're going to do our best to jump around, bring you the action. Can't get every no-ad game, but we certainly want to be able to bring you live action on each of the courts. And
yeah, so number 4 here, number 4 singles position is on court 5. We have VCU's Javier Armentegui and Theo Jenner battling it out.
We spoke to Jenner's dad before the match today, and he was going to tune in, and then Jenner had he did finish his match yesterday, but it was very, very long. They were going on forever. Or was that the one, was it 4?
Jenner lost 4 and 4 yesterday at the number 4
position. If they would have gone to a third set, that could have gone into the night. They
Correct.
had such long points.
So Jenner serving right now. We have a deuce no-ad point coming up, and it looks like Armentegui is going to take it on the ad side. So Dayton really needs this point to hold serve and not let VCU kind of start running away with this set. Wow, what a rally down on court 5 at the 4 singles position on the no-ad point. And Dayton picks it up. What a hold on that rally for Jenner. So Dayton holds as we change over 2-3 at the number 4 singles position. And we're going to kind of run it down on these courts as we're going to get some coaching going on both sides, and it's the head coaches are both on this court. Coach Kosten from VCU and Coach Meyer for Dayton. Interesting note on Coach Meyer and this class, this senior class that Coach Meyer has. He's in his 6th season for Dayton. This senior class has 60 team wins, which is the most by a senior class in school history. So we're watching a team that has the winningest senior class in Dayton Flyer men's tennis history, and Coach Meyer has to be proud of that. Like I said, he's in his 6th season.
Hey, he's worked very, very hard to turn the program around since 2012. Took over in 2012. Obviously, the 2013 season was 2-18. first round loss, and he's gone quarterfinals, semis, and now a final. So Dayton just keeps, I guess you could say Dayton is rising.
They are definitely rising. Yeah, when you pull that out, 218, then you all of a sudden turn it around, and now you have 18 wins.
Okay, I've got a trivia question for you.
I guarantee it will not have an answer.
I want you to tell me the mascot name of VCU and the mascot name of Dayton.
So not like the Rams Flyers, but the actual mascot name?
Well, there's a name. They both have a name.
Give them to me, Scott.
So it's Rudy the Flyer.
Rudy?
Yep, and it's Rodney the Ram.
Rudy and Rodney.
So you're a note taker.
Which one do you like the best?
You're a note taker, so I just thought maybe you could put that in your notes.
I see it's in your notes.
I'll have another trivia question for you, but I'm going to wait.
Oh, you're going to wait?
Yeah, I'm going to wait.
Don't put me in suspense like
no,
that,
I like
Scott.
to spread it out. We're here to call the match, not to, this isn't Trivia Pursuit.
We're back on court 5 here, which is the singles number 4 position. And Jenner takes that point. There's only one court in this collegiate center who has who's close to closing out a first set, and that's on singles number 3. And we'll update you on that court if we need to. VCU serving 5-3 at number 3, but we're here at singles number 4. VCU serving love 15. Another great rally here by these two.
26.
Whew. Jenner sends that one long.
How many?
I wasn't counting, but it had to be well over 20.
We should have started counting. I was about to. I like to do that sometimes. 26, 27, 28, 29.
Yeah. I mean, that had to have been well over 20. These two are just battling it out. It's only 2-3. The rest of the matches are getting ahead of them. As this one's still kind of early, midway through the first, the rest of the matches are kind of starting to close in on the end of the first sets.
Yeah, you can feel the action right now, but courts 4 and 6, which is what we're watching. It was leads, pretty good leads for VCU, but now Dayton has closed the gap a little bit, and I think that's really important for Dayton because they can't let these first sets get away from them. I mean, VCU can afford a slip up, but not Dayton, with that loss of that doubles point.
Amantega here, he has played numerous positions in the lineup as VCU's relying on him to try and get this win for the Rams at the number 4 position. Amantega, he's played number 1, 2, 3, and 4 coming into this match. He's only played 2 matches at 4 as he's 1-1. So it's interesting that he's playing at the 4 position. He's 17 and 14 overall this year. The matches keep going. Here at the Collegiate Center, it's going to take some more time as these players are. It's getting hotter and hotter here in Orlando.
Can you tell in the shade where you're sitting?
Shade feels pretty good.
With your notes?
40-15 for VCU. Looking to try and hold on to this break. Deep balls put Jenner, made him hit it into the net as VCU takes that game and they help 4-2. As we're looking around the courts, we have a set point coming up on court number 4, which is singles number 2. So we're looking at court 4 now at VCU serving 3-5, 15-40. This is set point. And we have a couple set points coming on in these courts. We'll try to update you the best we can, but we're going to stay focused on court 4 here. This is singles number 2. 15-40.
So a break back on.
Nice one save there.
Singles number 3, a nice break back for Dayton.
So yeah, we had a set point for singles number 3, and Dayton saved it. So that continues on, but we still have a set point for the Flyers on court 4. Singles number 2, Vitor Lima serving to Karsten Fisher.
Fisher trying to close the set out.
Oh, just inside the line. Wow, great ball by Fisher. And Dayton takes the first set on court 4, singles number 2. That's the first set to go to either team here in the A10 finals. And that one goes to Fisher. And let's cut.
I think we should try to cut to court 1.
You want to go to court 1?
Let's watch this replay.
Okay. So as we watch the replay of the set point taken by Dayton. And we're going to try and go to court 1. We have not featured court 1 yet. And that is singles number 5. So we're going to jump to it. It's going to be 4-all. First point of the game. And we'll make sure to try and update you as we keep going around the courts. And we're looking here at singles number 5. And here we're looking at Inigo Torrey Martin and Stephen Carl. Carl is serving 4-all, love 15. So once again, VCU has the doubles point in hand. VCU is leading 1-0 overall. Each one of these is important and critical for Dayton to try to jump back in it. They need to take 4 of these 6 singles matches, while VCU needs just 3. Dayton in a little early hole, love 30. Here on court 1, singles 5.
We really need this.
Into the net. Carl kind of throws his racket a little bit. Kind of looked like it slipped, but it was a little in disgust as well, as he knows how big this is.
He was a little straight up on that forehand.
Torrey Martin looking to get a break at love here.
Torrey Martin awfully solid on both sides. Solid backhands there. Got to move through more. Waiting on it right now.
Oh, just goes out, and VCU gets the break. Critical break on court 1, singles number 5. And it looks like Torrey Martin's going to try and serve out the set coming up, which would be big for VCU.
Let's try to go to court 6. VCU's up 5-3, serving for the first set. This court 6 is our last court.
So with the lead into court 6, we're going to be looking at Ignacio Rivero Crespo and Will Harper. Rivero Crespo from VCU is serving 5-3, 30-15. And we're on there now. Now it's 30-all. Down there on court 6, single 6. VCU 2 points away from the set. Rivero Crespo is 4-2 overall at this number 6 position.
Let's see if he's able to serve this out.
First serve into the net. into the net. So we're going to have one set point.
Big looper forehand there.
Rivero Crespo 40-30. And she's got 2 set points coming up with this no ad scoring in college tennis. I'm going to update you on another critical match at singles 1 as Dayton has a set point. And actually Dayton has won the set at court 1 or court 3, singles number 1. Benjamin takes that one, but we'll watch this one here.
6-3 VCU.
So VCU on court 6. So a lot of action going on around the courts. The Rams take the first set on court 6. Singles number 6, Rivero Crespo holds on, takes the first set. So the Rams, that is their first set of the day here in singles. But Dayton has 2 first sets in hand on 1 and 2. We got a set point coming up on court 2, which is singles number 3.
And we can sort of see it right now.
It's a no ad point with Dayton serving 4-5. So if VCU can get the break here, they'll take the set. So this is court 2 that has the set point. Yeah, you can indeed see it there, that second court on your screen. Called out. Called out, and VCU gets the break and the set.
Bummer for them. VCU with quite a bit of momentum right now. We're taking a look at court number 1.
That was Philip Mobius. And as you can see, Dayton there, Zach Berry, the towel in his mouth. Very disgusted. He lost that first set. Throws the towel down, sits down, and has his head in his hands. I mean,
and watch this first court right here on our rooftop view.
So yeah, if we go to court 1,
5-4, 30-15 VCU on
court 1, which is singles number 5. Yep. So here we are, court 1.
Big swinging.
So we're now going to have a couple.
40-15.
It's a big swinging volley indeed. Yeah, 40-15 set point coming up. VCU has 2 set points simultaneously going on right now at the Collegiate Center.
That was pretty aggressive because you could almost been a regular volley, but man, just got that sort of that extra swing in there.
Let's see what he's got left here for set points. A slew of set points coming up for VCU on court 1 and court 5, which is singles 4. So we'll update you on that one. But we're watching court 1, singles 5 right now. And this is Inigo Tori Martin. As we're staying here on court 1. Tori Martin serving to Carl. That goes long. And VCU takes the set there. And updating you, at the same time on court 5, VCU takes that first set.
All first sets. All first sets. In the bag.
Tide has changed a little bit. It looked like Dayton was going to take maybe 4 of the first sets, but it's actually gone differently. VCU takes the first set on 4 of the 6 courts, and the Rams have momentum as we go into the second sets. Some of these matches are now getting started into their second set as we're looking at court 5 right now.
This is a great view right here because you can see every court at one time.
Yeah, and so when we mention each court, and you can kind of see them all in action there. As that foreground court is court 1, which is singles number 5. And so, yeah, just to reset, so VCU has the 1-0 lead after taking the doubles point. And then we're looking at the second sets of all these courts. VCU has the first set of 4 courts. And we're going to jump back in on court number 1 here pretty soon. But I know pretty soon we're going to go to Jordan Beatty, who's going to have general manager with USTA National Campus, Tim Cass, as we do get settled into these second sets of singles matches. So Jordan Beatty with USTA National Campus General Manager Tim Cass. Jordan, take it away.
Hi, I have Tim Cass with me, General Manager of the USTA. How has this event been going these past couple of days?
Well, first, I'm just so excited and proud of all of you guys and what we're really piloting to share our sport with a larger group through these in-house productions. And it's so exciting for me to walk in here today and see this team working together and putting this on. And then the level of play, and you guys just saw, as I did, the last 5 minutes, how the momentum completely shifted. And I don't know if there's anything more exciting than college tennis, and to really sit here and watch it. And so as we get better and better at kind of capturing this content and how we share it, I think will be wonderful for our sport.
Absolutely great. And what do you think an event like this caliber does for not only the campus but the Lake Nona community?
Yeah, I think again, 15 months into this, we're still getting our sea legs, if you will, but this is an event that I think can grow and grow and grow. We have a nice crowd out here today, and my hope in 5 years that we have a sold-out crowd here. And this is next year hosting the NCAA championships, and this is giving us a chance to test and try and learn in order to put on that event. And so all these are critical. It's exciting that we've renewed the contract with the A10, I believe up till 2021 or 22, and it's just a great partner for us.
Fantastic. And I know you can't have too many favorites, but are you pulling for anyone in specific today?
Well, you may know this, you may not, but I wore a college coaching hat for a lot of years, and so I have a lot of respect for all the coaches. So I don't really have a favorite. My favorite right now is watching these kids compete for what is NCAA at large or actually automatic berth, and you can see the pressure and the energy and the intensity that these kids are playing with, because that's a lot at stake. It's really fun. So I'm just enjoying the competition.
Great. Well, thanks for being out here, Tim. Back to you, Scott and Brian.
Thank you, Jordan, and thank you, Tim. We are, you saw, as Tim Cass was talking about, you saw in the foreground of some of those photos and video of the campus that you could see the women's teams of the finals marching up to the Collegiate Center as they're going to get started warming up for their match later today.
How great are those feather banners with all the schools that representing St.
So we're going to try to jump onto court 3 pretty soon. We're going to take a look back at the number 1 singles position. So we're going to look at court 3 coming up here as we give everybody an update on where we stand. VCU has a 1-0 lead with the doubles point in hand. And as you just looked at, that was a deuce point, and Benjamin sent it out wide. So an early break for VCU here at court 3 as Noren takes the first game, but Benjamin has the first set in hand. So 4 first sets in hand for VCU here in singles.
We see Benjamin there getting some coaching. Don't know if he needs it with his 15-match winning streak. Certainly been a catalyst for the Dayton Flyers. Noren not going away though, with up a break right now in the second set. And again, VCU with 4 first sets, Dayton Flyers with 2. Sort of needs to be the other way around if Dayton wants to win this title, but as we said, VCU's been there before. National finalist in 2000, Sweet 16 numerous times. Whatever conference they've been in over the years, they've always been very, very competitive.
And when we look at Costin, and the several times the CAA champions before the A10. If they weren't the champions, they were usually the runner-up. They won a slew of CAA trophies under Paul Costin.
They were in the Metro Conference.
They were in the Metro as well. First year for Paul Costin.
It's a basketball conference, right?
Metro, I thought, yeah. Yeah, they were in the Metro for a couple seasons before moving to the CAA.
But the A10 is where it's at, Brian.
No, a lot of, as you and Tom Jacobs
schools,
discussed,
I see these George Mason, George Washington, LaSalle, Duquesne, Dayton, Davidson. It's just VCU, St. Joe's, St. Bonaventure, Richmond,
Fordham,
Rhode
yeah.
Island, Fordham. I mean, and it's just such a diverse academic setting, city campus. As great as like an SEC is, I mean, you're mostly state schools. This is UMass, and we're watching tennis right now, but they are also a basketball conference. They've had a lot of success, multiple bids going into the NCAA tournament.
And looking at VCU, I mean, they're just a staple. As you discussed, how many times they've been this, NCAA tournament, the finals, all that. And this is the third time in 6 seasons they've captured the top seed going into this tournament. So third time in 6 seasons, that's quite a bit. They were also number 1 in 13 and 16. As we're looking at Noren, who has played number 1, 2, and 3 for the Rams. Noren's 4 and 2 at the number 1 position. As the Lima was the one who's usually played number 1. Want to give props
Hearing
to
the fire coming from VCU right now. While there might be a few more Dayton Flyer fans here, VCU has been dominant on the court. This number 1 and 2 position for Dayton, they've obviously gotten the first sets. But VCU so solid. Good tennis in every slot.
That was a great volley by Noren, who recognized that Benjamin was coming over toward the middle of the court. His momentum was taking him that way, so he just put the ball right behind him. And you can see Benjamin really, even though it was pretty close to him, his momentum was carrying him the other way, and he just couldn't get to that ball. Great volley winner. Noren, 30 all. VCU serving 1-0. Nice smash by Benjamin to get to a break point.
Great inside out. Not only inside out, but that had a nice angle on it too.
Perfect angle. No way Noren could get to that.
Look at this replay. This is just great tennis. Benjamin with the fire.
The hardest game to hold is the game after you break.
It's not a break until you hold.
Exactly. Sails wide. One more break point, though. It's deuce. No ad point. Benjamin's going to stay right where he's at.
Big point, because Dayton has a break in the second set on court 2.
Looks like actually he's changed his mind. Now he's going to scoot on over.
Why is he changing his mind like
to
that,
the
Brian?
deuce side. I don't know. Well, it might be just a matter of how you feel sometimes. Wild passing opportunity. He had the chance on his racket.
Noren's smart volley. He didn't place it too short, didn't place it too deep, just right where it needed to be, and the pressure was on there. This is the volley won the point here.
Just an update down on court 6, which is singles 6. As we're watching singles number 1 here, VCU looks like to be in control. Yeah, they're up 6-3 to Love. That's Rivero Crespo on Will Harper. So we'll keep updating you on those matches as we're staying right here on the number 1 position, court 3. Jordan Benjamin has that long winning streak on the line here, 16 in a row. Oh, these players are just duking it out right now. If you're wondering, these players did not take on each other when Dayton played VCU. VCU beat Dayton 4-3.
And the match was played
That's just played back in January.
It was played in January, but where was it played?
Let's take a peek here.
Didn't mean to ask you a question you couldn't answer, Brian. I mean,
I had it right in front of me. It was at home. It was at VCU. I mean, at home. It was at VCU. Benjamin played number 1 and defeated Amategi.
So
who's playing the number 4 position.
Wow, so they've changed the lineup up a bit. Or
Arvid Noren was playing number 3, and he beat Zach Berry.
Got it.
In 3 sets. But that was way back in January. A lot of things have changed.
Everything changes really in the course of a season where you play 25 matches. You know, injuries and home and away, indoor, outdoor, changing doubles teams. Got to manage everything. That's why you need a complete team and you need a good culture.
And that's why it's so impressive what Paul Costin has done, being the leader of the men's and women's programs. And both programs are just exceptional and back in the finals this year, hit the A10. So
On court singles number 2, Fisher was just what a beautiful backhand volley. We're not on court singles 2, but fantastic. But yeah, you know, it's one of those things when you build a winning program, when the guys come in, ladies come in, when they there's an expectation. You know, there's the winning is a habit, and it's a champion mentality, and that's what he's created. 37 years, Brian. Arkansas, Little Rock, then VCU. And he's seen a lot. A lot of tennis. He's been all over the country.
I love that shot. That shot there, I mean, there was a little bit different there because Coach Meyer, now he's looking that way too. But how many college sports do you have both head coaches just pretty much standing like 2 feet apart during their match or game?
That's a good observation.
I mean, it's just kind of funny, the juxtaposition of those two right now as they're standing in between courts 5 and 6. But we're back here on court 3. This is singles 1. Benjamin serving. Looks like he double faulted there, 15-30. And a much different demeanor from Benjamin. He was so pumped up, so excited after winning that first set over Norib.
Yeah, and if we could get to court number 6 in a minute, they're in a changeover. Court number 6, just to have a little peek, because VCU's certainly got a little bit of a lead, and as we were just panning, you know, that's where Coach Costin and Coach Meyer are right now.
Yes.
That's where they're spending some of their time, giving their pointers. Now, there's 3 coaches on the court for each team, but you know, these are the head coaches down there on court number 5.
So yeah, we'll definitely get to those matches here when this game is over on the changeover. Nice forehand from Benjamin, perfectly placed. Gets to 30 all. That was a huge point from him. Especially for his confidence and demeanor, like I was talking about. His head seemed to be down a little bit. He seems like he'd be questioning his play after that second to last point. So big game from his confidence right now if he can hold on to this one. You were mentioning some matches getting down to the wire here. Court 4, which is singles 2 between Lima and Fisher. Well, Fisher is starting to pull away. It's 6-3, 3-love.
Yes.
And he's possibly about to break again, as it's 15-40 VCU serving. So we'll update you on that one. And another big solid forehand winner from Benjamin to get it to 40-30. Lets out a come on there. And we'll see this replay.
He's just got the perfect forehand, really. I mean, technically his footwork's great and showing some fire there at the end.
Dayton's got to be very excited the fact that he's just a junior. He's got another year left in him. It's a fantastic career for the Flyers. First serve's out just a little long. Double faults on game point. He's got one more left, but now it's break point. Deuce, no ad. It was a very soft second serve. Maybe a little indecisive on that one. And it looks like Arvid Noren will receive on the ad side. Make him do that again.
No ad point. We need the paddles, Brian.
Big forehand that Benjamin could not control. Noren gets another up 3-love here in the second set. He's looking to take it to a third. And we're going to take a replay before we head down to probably court 6.
Court 6 we should take a peek at just because it's 6-3, 3 love for VCU.
So
also got a 6-4, 2 love on court number 5.
So we look down the courts 1 through 6. As we're starting to get a little midway through the second sets here. VCU took 4 of the first sets. All that the Rams need is 3 singles wins to take it. So now we're on court 6. VCU up 6-3, 4 love. And we're watching
VCU looking for the second point. Dayton looking for their first point.
Ignacio Rivero Crespo.
All happening on court number 2 and court number 6.
And it's going to be Will Harper. He's going to be serving down love 4, fighting for his life here. He's fallen down. He lost the first set 6-3, and he's down 4 love here. Will Harper, a freshman from Georgia, Lambert High School. His first A10 tournament. Comes in, but he's kind of in a little bit of a spot on Rivero Crespo, and he just not able to get that volley across.
Mallorca, Spain.
Mallorca, you ever been there?
Rafa Nadal.
Yeah, you ever been there?
Not.
No?
Been to Spain, but I haven't been to Mallorca.
You're a big traveling man. You've been everywhere.
Celebration.
Rivero Crespo looking to go up 5 love and try to serve. He wants to serve this out. He wants to get another break here. Serve out wide. That goes out, love 30. Rivero
Crespo just looking really strong right now, has the confidence.
He's won 6 of his last 7 matches, has Rivero Crespo. 12-8 on the year. He's 4-2 at the 6 singles position.
Yeah, I mean Harper is the freshman, you know, this time of year, you're fired up, but you also can be worn down.
Boy, that return just hit the baseline right on the line. Looks like nothing's going right for Harper, but everything's going right for the VCU Ram. Love 40 as we're getting pretty close here to possibly having our first singles match come to a conclusion.
Well, as soon as we can get to court number 4, which is singles line number 2, we've got 6-3-5 love for the Dayton Flyers.
So let's do that. If VCU can break here and we'll go to the changeover, then we'll get you guys over to court number 4. As Scott just mentioned, it's 6-3-5 love Dayton. But we're watching court 6, singles number 6, love 40. Let's see if Harper can come back here. And we've switched to court 4. Our monitor went out, so it's kind of sorry to tell you how we're on court 6. Harper did win that point. So we've switched over to court 4.
6-3-5 love, Dayton Flyers. So I'm going to ask you this trivia question.
Okay, I'm ready.
How many living alum for VCU?
In the world?
Yeah.
Oh,
alumni.
How do you know that answer?
I mean, I do my research.
You're going to go on Jeopardy soon?
Homework.
That's pretty good. How much? What's the answer?
188,000. It's pretty good. Think about the University of Texas is 500,000, but it's Texas with 50,000 people. Yeah.
Well, let's hope a lot of them are tuned in here to watch VCU as they try to win another championship.
They've got a lot of hardware, a lot of tennis hardware, that's for sure. Got to the Final Four a few years back too, right? Remember that VCU run with Shaka Smart?
Oh, for basketball, yeah. I mean, that's what Atlantic 10. I mean, George Mason, VCU. I mean, it's they've had quite a run the last few years.
Dayton Flyers made that
Dayton
run.
Flyers are always a great basketball school.
UMass. I think they all count. John Calipari, the coach of Kentucky now.
VCU is looking to try and hold here to make Dayton serve this match out. This is Lima serving to Fisher. On court 4 is the singles number 2. We're still at 1-love overall team score for VCU, but a couple matches are starting to come down to the wire. Oof, called that just long though.
Lima hanging on.
So let's see here if what Fisher can do. There's no doubt in his mind that he wants to bring Dayton even in this match, especially with VCU leading down on court 6. It's now 6-3, 4-1 on court 6 during that changeover. So I want to make sure you updated you guys on that one. But 6-3, 5-1. As Fisher's trying to serve this match out.
15 love, he got that first point. Tennis here. This is a 20-ball rally, right?
This is a fantastic rally for how critical it is.
Wow. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35.
Oh, he wants to end the point right there. He saw him back deep.
How many?
What did you say, 36? Unbelievable rally. Glad we caught that one as Dayton up 2 points away from closing the first singles match out here at the USTA National Campus in the A10 men's final. 30 love for Fisher, the kid from Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. Senior would love to absolutely win this match no matter what happens so he can close his senior career out, win or lose by Dayton. This is a very important match for him. For Lima, he's a junior from Brazil. Got a year left. Starting to get a little emotional out in the crowd. And rightfully so. NCAA tournament berth on the line. 30 love here. That one's out 40 love. Match point. Dayton looking to tie this with 1-all. 6-3, 5-1, 40 love. Fisher, this would be his 20th win of the year.
Using that slice effectively.
Into the net, and Fisher takes it. He's got his 20th win of the year, but more importantly for the Dayton Flyers, they have tied it up at 1-all. You can see the excitement on his face. These things mean so much to these players.
No handshake? No handshake.
Interesting enough. Shake the umpire's hands.
VCU did not want to shake hands there. I think maybe a little turned off at the excitement of Fisher.
It's always said when you lose your match in the tournament in the conference tournament finals, it's never something that you might remember for a while. It's just tough to take. You feel like you left it, not just yourself, but more, it's really let your team down in some aspects when you lose a singles match. He's going to be glued. Is Lima glued to these other matches, and hopefully his teammates can rebound. But 1-all here at the national campus. VCU's got a huge lead on court 1 and a huge lead on court 6.
We've got the ladies warming up here on the back
on
6.
The back side, yep, that's correct.
Or the other 6. We wouldn't call it the back 6, right? The lakeside 6, Brian.
The lakeside 6.
Help me,
Scott. Let's see. Which match do you think we should go to next as we look at all 6 courts?
Court number 1.
So if you want to go to court 1,
line number 5.
So as we set it up, court 1, we're going to be looking at line number 5. VCU's got the 6-4, 4-love lead. Dayton is going to be serving 30 love. Coming back. So court 1. Court 1, and looks like we're going to go there. And you go Tori Martine against Stephen Carl. And Carl serving 30 love. Just in. Taps it right over, and there's no chance Carl can get that
Great
one. Nice touch
there.
For sure. So, Tori Martin, he has had a great record this year playing the bottom half of the lineup. He went 6-0 at 4, 5-3 at 5, and 3-1 at 6. He's got a 17-6 record on the season. So right now the team score is 1-all. Carl serving 30-15 to try and mount an epic comeback here at the number 5 position. That one goes out, 40-15.
If you're Dayton, you just want to stay on the court as long as possible right now. These matches where VCU has the big lead.
You never know what can happen.
Try to figure out a way to just stay in the games, win games, and try to earn some momentum.
And that's exactly the case which is going on in Court 6. We were watching that match earlier before we got to the end of Court 4, and Dayton was down love 40 and in a hole at love 4, really, in the second set. But now he's trying to crawl back as Dayton's Will Harper, so we'll update you on that match down on Court 6. We're watching Court 1, which is singles number 5. And Carl serving 40-15. Whoa, wild forehand there. But still got game point. There's a lot of action going on. 5 courts remains, tied up 1-all. We're going to do our best to update you on all the courts and take you to the best points around. As it's starting to get a little hearts pounding a little bit more as we're getting deeper into this match.
Start to see the finish line if you're VCU.
Stays in, landed right on the line.
We've only got 2, still 1-all, you know.
Yeah,
but it could be 4-1 very quickly.
Easy touch there for Tori Martin as he's moving Carl around. But you're right, it could, it could go on for a while. But we're going to take a look at the replay and the final touch at the net. And it says 40-15, but believe this is deuce. And that goes out. And that is the game for Carl. So he stays in it.
4-1. And then we've got 4-2 on court number 5. Sorry, line number 5. No, line number 6. Court number 6.
The reason they want to put court singles 1 in the middle of the courts, which I wanted to update everybody on. VCU is looking to take that to a third set on singles number 1. VCU's up 5-1 on that. So if you can see your screen there, it's the third court from the foreground. So we're looking at court 3 now, as Dayton serving 1-5-15 love. So VCU is looking to take this to a third. So we'll watch this game before the changeover. Into the net, 15-all. This is Jordan Benjamin from Dayton serving against Arvid Noren. Once again, it's 1-all here in the A10 Men's Championship. VCU the 1 seed, Dayton the 3 seed.
So the next 15 minutes, Brian, put this on the clock.
This is the critical moment for sure.
It's a big moment right now to where does VCU be able to pull these 3 out? Does Dayton hang on?
And then that there, VCU, they made their first NCAA tournament appearance back in 1993, 19 appearances overall. And Dayton looking for their first. Noren gives a little fist pump down to his teammates on the other side. trying to get them going a little bit. But back here we're at, I believe it's 30-15. It says 15 love, but it should be 30-15. Dayton serving. Ball comes onto the court. It's off your picture there, so that's what's happening on the left side of your screen. Waiting for match on court 2 come to a pause, but puts the ball down, and now Benjamin should be ready to serve. Serving 1-5 here in the second set, 30-15. Serve long.
Outside.
Checks with the chair umpire. She confirms.
Double cheese.
Long. That was first serve.
Sure.
I thought you said it was the second. Sorry, my fault. Benjamin's coming up to the net to kind of question that.
I bet he's probably trying to slow pace down just a little bit.
Has to be. He's not going after that ball on the other court.
Not
very
thinking
quickly.
he's going to win this set, but just hang around a little bit, try to regroup, get himself ready for the third set, and then we've got our eyes on. There's 4 courts right now, Brian, that have VCU with a set and 4 games. So this all could really kind of break out here. As I said, 15 minutes probably. We need to be ready to jump around.
Yeah, I think we should go to court 1 as soon as this game is done here, or we might switch in between. VCU's got a control, and they might be going up 6-1, 5-1. We'll update you on that one.
And then I think court,
So we'll stand by on that court as we're watching singles 1 here on court 3. And this should be 30-15. This game's taking a little while. That one goes long, 30 all, I believe. No, correction, it's not 30 all now. 30-15 now? Okay. It's extremely tough to follow 5 matches simultaneously, keep up on all the scores.
Team score 1 all.
So as you
score 1 all, looking at...
they're taking the time, trying to hide in the shade a little bit.
VCU's black and gold, right? But they got the white on today, right? You wouldn't want to be wearing the black in this heat as it warms up.
Down the line, it curls in. We had a perfect angle on that. That was going out, and it curled right back in for Noren. So watch the replay here. You can watch the shot right here. It was going out, and we were sitting right down the line there. You can see that curl back in. So we are going to a third set on singles number 1. Scott, you want to go to court 1?
We need to pay attention to court 1 and court 6 right now.
Okay, so court 1, we're going to go dump over there because court 1 and 6, VCU is up.
We could have 6 pulled up as well, ready to go, because they're sitting at 5-1, 5-2.
5-2 down there on court 6.
They're in a changeover.
VCU. Yes, they're in a changeover, correct. So VCU is looking to add 2 more points on 1 and 6. So this is court 1, which is singles number 5. Inigo Torrey Martin against Stephen Carl. And Dayton is serving 30 love. We'll try to update you on court 6 as well. And VCU has leads on 2 other courts. And the Rams certainly look to be in position to get ready here for a possible A10 title. They have control on the majority of these courts. It's 1-1 overall. Dayton took the match on court 4, which is singles 2. But Dayton serving 30 love here. Big winner from Carl. 40 love.
So we got the first point down on 6. 6-3, 5-2 for the Rams.
And VCU is now up at the 3 position, 6-3, 6-4, 5-4.
But on serve.
On serve. But you never know what's going to happen here. So like you said before, Scott, we could very well be in the next couple of minutes wrapping this up depending on how things go. Dayton needs some pretty good comebacks here in order to stay alive. It's 1-all, but VCU's in position on 3 if not 4, of the courts.
That was inside there. It was a close one.
So we're going to change over if we can possibly go down to court 6, which is single 6. And here we are now. It is VCU, Rivero Crespo, 6-3, 5-2, 15 love. Wow. It's 15 all now, so 6-3, 5-2, 15 all against Will Harper. So we're on court 6, still 1 all.
Looking for that second point for VCU. And then they're serving for it on the 5th court. So could be point number 2, point number 3 somewhat quickly.
So this is the freshman Harper against the sophomore from Spain. That one goes into the net.
A little tight on that backhand right there. Almost like hit the backhand, wanted to maybe hit the forehand, a little indecisive.
Goodness God, I mean, literally, it's so crazy, and this is why college tennis is so great. You never know how things are going to happen. There's VCU is so close, but Dayton keeps fighting right now. It's all tied up 1 all. And we're looking around at some crucial points around the courts, and they're very tentative points. We're on court 6. This is right now, as VCU's trying to serve this out. Flips the tape and just goes out.
Bad luck there.
So 30 all, 2 points away. We are here at the USTA National Campus for the 2018 Atlantic 10 Championships. The men's championships right now. The women's will follow. Brian Ormiston alongside Scott Trively as we get ready for the finals parts of these second sets. 30 all here on court 6. Second serve coming up. In these critical moments here at the A10. NCAA automatic berth on the line.
The big looper. Good depth, high ball.
Oh, man. It's a powerful swinging forehand, too. Dayton looked like they had that point. Right back, yeah.
It was fast.
Just ready to give that point to Harper. But now we got a couple of match points, it looks like.
Crespo.
For VCU, for Rivero Crespo. VCU's looking to go up 2-1. And if he can pull this out, we'll try to sneak over to court 1 or 2, depending on what's happening. Those are really tight. 40-30, 2 match points. For Ignacio Rivero Crespo. Second serve. And that sails long. The VCU Rams have a 2-1 lead with the win on court 6, and we are very tight on a couple of these other matches, as tight as far as VCU possibly wrapping them up, I mean. And let's, Scott, you want to go to court 1 or court 5?
I think we need to go to court 1 right now.
Court 1?
We should go to court 5.
All right, let's do court 5.
Court 5, because it's...
And we'll get you there momentarily as they shake hands with the chair umpire. VCU's up 2-1. And we're going to go to court 5 here in a moment, which is singles 4. We're on it now. This is singles number 4. Javier Amontegui against Theo Jenner. VCU's up 6-2, 5-3. So Dayton is serving 3-5, love 15 here in this second set. VCU's up 2-1. We're watching this match, and we're also keeping an eye on court 1 because there's
could be a match point.
Court 1, we do have a match point coming up on court 1 if we can possibly get there.
Is there any chance to go to court 1?
VCU serving 6-4, 5-2 deuce.
And
we're on here now.
2 points.
So this is court 1.
This is
deuce. No add point.
2 courts left. Here we go.
This is number 5, Tori Martini against Carl. And we made the switch. Now we have a match point coming up on court 5. VCU can take these 2. They're going to win the A10 championship. We're watching this here, deuce. No add point. And that goes out, so we win. So let's go down to court 5. As VCU is up 3-1. Court 5.
This is
Dayton is serving love 40.
A10 point.
Dayton serving 2-6, 3-5, love 40 on court 5. Serve right here. Serves go to the net. Second serve. And we're now on court 5. Second serve. Atlantic 10 championship match point right here.
What a point.
Wow. Goes long! And the VCU Rams capture the Atlantic 10 championship. They'll be making their 20th all-time appearance in the NCAA tournament.
What a point to win the championship there.
Absolutely incredible long rally. And the VCU Rams hug it out as they win the 2018 Atlantic 10 Men's Tennis Championship.
Well, we said it was going to unfold pretty quickly, and it did.
You were exactly right. In the span of just a couple minutes, we switched to 3 different courts. Boom, boom, boom. 3 points go the way of the VCU Rams, and they take it 4-1 here at the USTA National Campus. The Atlantic 10 trophy goes to the VCU Rams. Like I said, 20th NCAA appearance. Unbelievable.
It's amazing. You know, Paul Costin, we talked about him and his staff. I mean, he's got some great assistant coaches, great players, so it's definitely a team effort. As you can see, their fan base that's traveled here for the match are very excited. Now they'll be waiting on Tuesday for selection, NCAA selection show Tuesday.
Just have to see where they go. Looks like they're passing out the hats now, the championship hats. We're going to try and get Coach Costin eventually to get his thoughts on this. And for Dayton Flyers, I mean, hey, great season, unbelievable season. They had 18 losses in Meyer's first year, 18 wins this year. They've really turned it around, get to the finals this year. So congratulations to Dayton Flyers for an unbelievable season that they have had. But for the VCU Rams, it's their moment. We're going to watch the decisive point between Amontegui and Jenner.
That was 20 ball plus, right?
It was an unreal rally for the A10 championship. I think it's we'll have the
little slow-mo action here.
And you can see that one just goes
There we go.
And
title time.
And the Gatorade bath has already happened on the court. You can see the water on court 2 as they get their hats. They shake the hands and hug it out a little bit. Trophies are getting in place.
I thought Coach Costin was already over there watching.
He's probably already over taking care of his girls as they get ready for their championship match coming up. But I know here I see Coach Costin with Jordan, so we're going to get with him here in a little bit.
One thing's for sure, that ice bath on court 2 will dry up pretty quickly.
Oh, extremely quick under the sun, that's for sure.
And here we go. They're going to all get their trophies here coming up at the trophy ceremony. We had Tom Jacobs on earlier. He's gonna present them.
Okay, so we have the winning coach, Paul Costin, standing by with our third teammate, Jordan Beatty. Jordan.
To clinch that singles.
I think everybody played their heart out. After winning the doubles, it helps because they won nothing up, and the lower guys came through there. You have 4, 5, and 6. Lost the 2 and the 2 and 3 was very close. So I'm proud of the guys. They played hard.
Definitely. And you guys get ready to go to the NCAA championships. What are you guys going to look to do over these next couple of weeks as you prepare for that?
Well, I take one run at a time.
Definitely.
I'm very happy to be there. So, it all depends where they ship us. So it'll be good for the kids. Okay.
Great. Congratulations. Are they going to get a couple of days off before they get back to practice?
Probably 2 days.
Okay. Good. Well, good luck, Coach. Congratulations. Thank you. Back to you, Brian and Scott.
Thank you, Jordan. And Coach Costin is going to probably get his trophy and then get his women up and
he might
ready.
need to get some Pedialyte,
Yeah,
get himself
really
ready
might.
for the second match here coming up. But he's got to be thrilled to be going back to the NCAA championships. I mean, Dayton's a great team. Their top 2 players are as good as anyone in the league. Definitely could play at most any universities around the country. I just think that obviously VCU had more depth today.
They really did, and the experience really. I mean, it was. We thought there for a moment in the first set that Dayton might have taken 4 of those first sets, and it was looking like we were going to have maybe a barn burner, and then VCU just took it into a gear, and it's like they just fed off of each other around the entire complex, and you can see there on court 2 that they got their hats on and really enjoying the moment. Now they're getting their individual trophies. Well, for our final thoughts, it's 12 teams. We had 4 days of incredible competition, and the VCU Rams win the automatic berth to the NCAA
they're
tournament.
getting their individual trophies right now.
Yes,
and then this will lead to the team trophy here. As you can see there in our screen, they'll hold that up nicely, and I'm sure it'll be a fun ride back to Richmond, Virginia tonight.
Extremely, and they faced their rival in the semifinals, taking down Richmond.
No shame for Dayton.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, that was a great season. You said it yourself. They kind of started at the bottom, built themselves up first round, then a couple quarters, then a couple semifinal showings. Now they're in the finals, so you'll know for sure that Coach Meyer is going to have big goals for his team next year to try and win this next year, 2019, when it's back here at the USTA National Campus. A couple more final individual trophies presented by Tom Jacobs to the Rams. We've had just a sensational week. The Rams won 5 of their last 6 matches of the season. Their only loss was the Virginia Tech match. Some great wins in between, and they close it out with a win in the finals. And here comes Coach Costin to accept his individual trophy.
That's great. That's great.
And now the big one.
Here we go.
And here comes the trophy
Here
over
it is.
to their team. And this is what you fight your whole season for, is to take that trophy and pose at the end with the rest of your teammates and hoist it up into the air. The VCU Rams are your Atlantic 10 champions. All that work, going back all the way through the fall and even the summer, pays off right now.
Those warm days in late August when you're doing your own hits, and then the team practices and the individual weekends, and start off the season in January indoors and stay indoors for a lot of it, and then here you are in sunny Florida, and
second straight championship for the VCU Rams. We wish them luck in the NCAA tournament, their 20th NCAA tournament appearance. So as we start to wrap it up here and get ready for the women's final coming up here, we had once again 12 teams and 4 days of incredible competition. The VCU Rams win the automatic berth. Scott, any final thoughts from you?
Just incredible tennis, and so excited for VCU.
It's been a great week in Orlando. Congratulations to the VCU Rams, the 2018 Atlantic 10 champions, who will learn their NCAA fate Tuesday night. So let's take a look back at the week that was. And there they are, the VCU Rams, the A10 champions. They have defeated Dayton 4-1 today at the USTA National Campus. They are back holding the trophy one more time.
Wow. Well, they clearly deserved it. And certainly tradition won here, but I think Dayton...
Congratulations, everyone. What are you guys most excited about today?
We are really excited because we've been working so hard to achieve this goal. So we are really proud.
That's fantastic. Okay, who won the deciding point here? Okay, let's talk to you. How does it feel to win the deciding point for the A10 championship?
I was a little bit nervous when I saw that he finished and I needed to win my point. I was low 40. I was kind of shaky a little bit, but I went for the point. I played a little bit aggressive and I I made it. So.
Great job, guys. How's it with the heat? Are you guys okay with the weather? I know it's so hot. I know up north you're used to playing indoors. How are you guys feeling?
Well, it took us a while actually to get used to this weather. We didn't play in this kind of weather. We've been playing indoors, so kind of cold weather. So it was pretty tough, but we got used to it. We've been a couple of tough days here, but I think we did a great job the whole week. So we're very happy.
Great, fantastic, guys. Well, good luck in the NCAA championships and have a great rest of time here. Thank you. Back to you, Scott and Brian.
Thank you so much, Jordan. And once again, that was the VCU Rams who won their second straight Atlantic 10 championship, and they're off to the NCAA tournament. They'll learn their fate Tuesday. Selection shows 5 o'clock Eastern time at NCAA.com.
Where are they going?
Sure we'll definitely learn where they're going on Tuesday.
You have a prediction?
I do not have a prediction. I do not make predictions. But congratulations again to the Rams. I know you make predictions. Where do you think they're going?
Who's hosting in that North Carolina?
You think North Carolina? We'll see if you're right come Tuesday, so make sure you stay tuned to Tuesday, 5 o'clock, NCAA.com. So my name is Brian Ormis, and this is Scott Tribely, and thank you for Jordan Beatty as well, and our USTA staff and Atlantic 10 staff for putting on a great job here today to broadcast the A10 finals. Once again, your final score from the 2018 Atlantic 10 Men's Tennis Championship, VCU 4, Dayton 1. Thanks for tuning in. So long, everybody.